moment. One thing that's so interesting, I think that, Brandon Roy obviously would have gone down as one of the greatest. Brandon Roy would have gone down as one of the greatest players of all time in basketball, right? Just in general, had he had the NBA career that he was on track to have. I remember going from my redshirt year into my first year of playing, which my redshirt sophomore year, and people were saying, yeah, around the country, Brandon's good, this or that, but he had some injuries, and he kind of took a back seat to guys on the team too. But in practice, you're like, this guy's far better than anybody I've ever been around. And going into a senior year, one thing was like, well, he can't make outside shots, right? And three pointers back then were a lot different than they are today, and he just kind of started showing up and next year and making shots,
Mhm.
right? It was Brandon was one of those guys that you look back on, you just kind of go, it's unreal. Like anything he wanted to do, he could do. It wasn't really necessary that he had to spend, uh, hours and hours in the gym shooting 1,000 shots a day or whatnot. When it was like, oh, he can't do this, he would just show up and prove everybody wrong. I think that was one of the craziest things I look back on because I always spent so much time working on my game, in
Mhm.
order to play at that level. But somebody like Brandon was just his feel and his natural ability to do anything on the floor was amazing.